We're here with Peter from Luxury Daily. Peter, what do you make of the Department of Commerce's recommendations?
Well, there are a few interesting things. For the one part, it seems as if the Department of Commerce and the Obama administration is at least a little more open to the idea of self-regulation than the FTC was when it released its own proposals for a do-not-track system for behavioral targeting. That's one thing that's of note. The other thing that's interesting is how, you have to wonder how the system will end up evolving and how the regulations framework will ultimately affect behavioral targeting. Because if you're looking at luxury brands, it's a technology that is incredibly valuable because luxury brands do not have interest in, hitting everybody with display advertising because, for one, most people, they're not that interested in luxury brands. They're not going to click through. They're not interested in buying luxury brands online. They're not interested in going to a luxury retail store and buying, luxury goods there. It is a very specific demographic that they're targeting. And for that reason, you have to be much more careful in how they strategize online. One way they can do this is by being much more choosy in where they place their ads, only going to fashion websites or magazines online. And, that's one way to do it, but that takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy and it takes a lot of money if you're doing it on a piecemeal website by website basis. But on the other hand, if you have behavioral targeting, you can hit people on websites where you might not necessarily, they don't fit necessarily into that same mold, but you get a lot more reach that way. So if the framework comes down in such a way that behavioral targeting, its use drops off significantly, and advertisers feel compelled to drop the technology, or consumers opt out in alarming rates, then that'll definitely have an impact on luxury brands and their advertising strategies online.
Great, thanks, Peter.